All right, hello. Welcome again to Otis Frampton Live. Today we're going to be working on doing more work on this Captain America. It's 5-page Captain America comic pages commission. If you've been following along, I've been chipping away at it little by little over the weeks. Just making sure that the audio is all good. We're good to go. Thank you for your patience. All right, then. And as usual, I'll be watching the chat. So if you want to chat with me while I'm working here, I'll do my best to respond. And for the second day in a row, we are streaming to YouTube, Rumble, and X. So that's pretty cool. I'm glad I got that working. All right. So I scanned, I have half the inks on this page finished, and I scanned it so that I can start on the colors today. I don't know why I saw it named that. Let's call it flats. Here we go. So I'm going to work on these, coloring these two panels. I'll turn off the, where is it? Sorry. Oh, it's right there. Turn off the text. When I printed this out and inked it traditionally, I printed it out with the dialogue balloons there, so that's why you're not seeing any line art behind the characters right there. Okay. Also, if you are joining me from X today, I still haven't figured out how to watch chat for that. It might be integrated into Rumble Studio. I just don't know yet. So if I missed something, I apologize. I'm going to work to fix that. All right, let's just dive in here. Let's start flatting this thing. And I did some prep work here. I created, for brickwork, I'm going to be created a new brick template to use. So got that going for me. Let's get this thing flatted. How's everyone doing today? I'm feeling pretty good today. Actually, it was yesterday, but I was thinking about it today. I passed 40,000 calories burned using MetaQuest VR apps. My wife and I got a MetaQuest 2 a few months ago, maybe 4 months ago, actually. And then soon discovered some fitness apps on it. I thought I was just going to be using it for like games and creative apps. But I've mostly been using it for fitness, and it's been really great for me. Don't like to exercise, so the fact that I wake up every morning looking forward to it because of the numerous apps I use, it's pretty cool. Anyway, 40,000 calories burned, and the reason why I'm kind of proud of that and talking about it even is almost a year ago, I was in the condition where I couldn't even stand up or walk on my own because of my 30-day stay in the hospital. So it feels really good to be active and mobile, and yeah. So in a little less than a month, we'll be coming up on the 1-year anniversary of the surgery that led to my 30-day incarceration. was supposed to be a quick one to clean up some bits of brain tumor that they didn't get the first time in 2020, but they couldn't. They went in through my nose, my sinuses, to get in there both times, and this time they couldn't get the hole to seal that they poked in my sinuses. So it was a rough go. My wife and I went through a lot that month. But all's well that ends well. I'm good now. And staying active. It's really nice. My wife and I actually just had we just rented a dumpster like a week and a half ago, I think it was. We did this a few years back too, just to sort of clean house, throw things away, get organized. And the first time was, I think, 2022, and this was after my first surgery. And is it the right color? Yeah. I was still weakened and not well, and it was really tough this time around because I was, working out and fit. Everything worked out great. It was really awesome to be able to lift things and not have to worry about falling down or getting out of breath. Before I had to deal with these health issues, I'd always heard people say, well, at least save your health, or, they'd always say things about how important it was to have your health. And I always thought, oh, okay, well, yeah, I'm using the wrong one. That's great. I never quite understood it until it happened to me, which is often the case. I'm going to turn on the back wall color there. But yeah, take care of yourselves. Take care of yourselves. You never know when things are going to go south. I was incredibly lucky. For those who don't know, I'm an Air Force vet. So if I hadn't made that weird decision to join the Air Force when I was 26, I wouldn't have had health. I probably wouldn't have had health insurance. I probably would have had health insurance because of my wife, but certainly wouldn't have covered everything the way it did with being a vet. Saved my life. Thank you, 26-year-old, or I was actually 25 when I made the decision. Thank you, 25-year-old Otis. That weird decision you made saved you. So that's nice. My time in the hospital a year ago wasn't 30 concurrent days. I think it was. I had the surgery, and then I was released about 4 days in. They thought that everything was good, but it wasn't. Then I was readmitted. I think for, I don't know, like almost 2 weeks, then released again, and then things went really south. And then I was in again for what turned out to be 30 days exactly. The first surgery was August 25th. I got out of the hospital on October 1st. Part of me kind of wants to go back there on October 1st and sort of like see if anybody was there who remembers me and show them, hey, look, I can walk again. And other things, which is nice. What was I doing? Oh, yeah, this. Let's see where. Okay. Halfway up. Put it there. Okay, well, let's do this. it really almost feels like all that happened to somebody else in a way. The hospital time. About a month and a half, 2 months after getting out, it started to feel that way. And I was hoping that I wasn't just like, repressing things, but it really did start to feel distant and almost like it was a dream or something that happened to somebody else and told me about it, because I started forgetting so much about it. I really wish I'd kept more of a log or something when I was in there, so that I didn't forget what it was like, how hard it was. My wife created this, sort of basic timeline for the events. So that's nice, but the details, some of the details are lost. I remember afterwards, some people were like, "Why don't you make a comic about it?" I'm like, really? Making comics is it's a lot of work, and why would I want to spend that much time reliving everything? Second, most biocomics are annoying and sort of self-serving, and I don't like them. So I won't be doing that. I enjoy telling fictional stories. That's why I got into this. I like telling stories. If I ever find a way to integrate some of those experiences into the stories, that's one thing. But just creating a comic about it, I don't know. That just seems really self-absorbed. Every time I've ever read like a straight bio comic by somebody who's telling their own story, and always just you're never gonna. They never portray it the way it always happens. It always ends up being, it's like war movies. No war movie can ever truly be sort of anti-war, because it will always be a movie, and therefore in some way a glorified version of the events. It's really just the nature of the beast, and the same goes with like biocomics. You're gonna confabulate a bit. You're gonna change things, and you'll never remember things exactly as they are. One of my favorite comics that is even remotely a biocomic is called Hepcats. It was this indie comic from the 90s. Unfortunately, the creator, Matt Wagner, I don't know what happened to him. Every once in a while I try to figure out what happened to him, where he went, but he stopped making the comic. I think it was an economic thing that doing indie comics in the 90s was a whole different beast, because it was so expensive and so hard. Anyway, his comic was sort of a fictionalized version of his experiences with friends and his girlfriend, his college friends and his girlfriend, and it was very fictionalized. It was really good, really good. I have every single issue of that series, Hepcats, and I scanned them so that I could have digital copies and read them on my iPad. Okay, it looks like the flat's all done. Oh, I gotta do his eyes. I made his eyes kind of gray. There we go. Okay. So let's put some lighting on these guys. Actually, let me just grab my reference. Where's my... Okay, I got some reference from my... Where are you? There you are. So I can keep the lighting that I had in mind on a previous page. Whoops. I'm just going to do a quick pass on this. Light source is up here. It's a light. It's a hanging light. You can see it here, right there. Previous setting of the table now. Let's how I want to do this. Let's do it on lighter. Let's call this shade 0.5, just so I know what it is. Give it a little texture. Use the charcoal brush. Use the same brush as an eraser. Let's erase that away a little bit. Just give it some nice texture. Now I'm going to reduce it. There we go. Oh, I still want that. Okay. Check back on this. Sorry, I was checking to see if I was missing any chat. Okay. Whoops, just noticed something. Oh, that's not the right color. Where's the right color? It's this color. Here we go. switch up and give us a little texture too. Let's do that over. Oops. Hello, Swapnil on YouTube. Thank you so much for the kind words about my work. I appreciate it. How are you doing today? Swapnil from India. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm going to go with Swapnil. All right, let's start on this second layer of... Oh, I just realized I forgot to... Let's fix something here. I'm going to turn the dialog balloons back on so I have a full look. Excellent. Swap Neil it is. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining me while I'm working. Whoops. Sorry, I was in the wrong layer there. Oops. Always got to make sure I'm on the right layer. Swapnil asks, what are you drawing? Well, I'm working on a commission. It's a 5-page comic page commission featuring a scene from Captain America, the First Avenger. My commission client collects commissions from various artists. And usually it's 1 page, but I said, hey, the scene I kind of want to do is not exactly the most exciting. What if I did 5 pages and did the whole scene? So it's got a great collection of artwork from various artists. So it's a great honor to be included. But his commissions are all sort of, original artwork commissions, and he will get the line art, obviously, the traditionally inked line art from this piece. But if you get a commission from me, you also get a digitally colored version. So that's what I'm working on right now. You can see one of the finished pages here that I'm using sort of as a reference at the side here. It's the first page in the sequence. Thank you. Yeah, I hope he likes the way it turns out. It's not exactly the most exciting scene, action-wise or anything, but it's a scene that I actually love. I love these 2 great actors, Tommy Lee Jones and Toby Jones. Just doing it, just acting. It's really good stuff. All right, I am gonna still have some stuff to do on the characters, but I'm gonna start hitting the background. I think I can get rid of my reference. So like I said, I built up a template for the bricks already. And so I'm going to start putting them in place. And I built it so that it could be modular, just like this. Oh, well, that's not working out, though, is it? Live and learn. Actually, no, wait. If I do that, yeah, that's how it works. Looks like I still need to do some touch-ups here. Not quite working out. Ah, dang it. Well, that was close. It's fine. I'll fix that later. So just duplicate that. There we go. So before I do that, I'm going to duplicate that, drag this down, fit into his space. Cut that away. Uh-oh, what did I do here? That was not it, was it? It was this one, wasn't it? Yeah, it was this one. Gotta keep things organized. Put that there, turn that off, turn this on, merge it down. There we go. Now we've got our bricks. So I'm going to go back in here. Oops. Actually, I'll just use the selection tool. Just freehand it. We don't need these. The original line art will have ink wash gray tones over these bricks to make them work better on the. Whoops. Let's try that again. But for the digitally colored version, I'm going to go a more subdued look. I don't want the line art in there. Why do I keep doing this? What is wrong with me? I'm so sorry. Okay, let's try this again. There we go. Gotta get those selections right. Still not used to the Apple Pencil Pro and the haptics. It kind of vibrates when you do a selection now. It's kind of freaky. Like it goes, and you can like feel it being built almost, the selection. Okay. Oh, no, you're not going to trick me again. There we go. Now we've got our, there we go. I'm going to drag this original template down here so it's out of the way. Delete that. Okay. Let's start building in some light. Change it to add. Now, actually, let me check. I'm going to check something on the previous page here. How do I have that? Yeah, I had it textured. Okay. So, go back to hello. There we go. Another layer. Swapnil on YouTube says, I love your inking work on paper, the ones you drew Batman on the gargoyle and the alien with the cat. Oh, thank you. Yeah, those were quickies I did a long time ago. I'm not really that. Oops. I'm mostly a creature of digital, so I don't often touch paper. Just give it some texture there. Let's keep that up for now. Actually, hold on. There. Need a little more light. I'm going to add just some nice bounce light coming up. And I'll do that texture too. Now I'm going to turn the text back off and see if I screw anything up. Yeah. There. Given the background a little texture, it really makes the characters pop. Swapnil says, I'm trying to figure out my style. Well, just draw a lot. That's how style comes from muscle memory more than anything else. So just keep drawing and drawing. Draw lots of things. Draw all the time. Draw over and over. Draw things you don't want to draw at the time. And your style will sort of just emerge. You won't have to think about it anymore. Turn this back up so I can see. See, that's why it's important. Do it full blast first so you can see if you're messing up. And I wanted it a little bit more textury. Now I can turn it down. I think I'm gonna, where is it? There's that color. Add some flex to the, that's too big or too small. Just give it a little more texture. And just drop that down really subtle. There we go. I was worried that the brickwork would just sort of bleed into each panel, but actually, because of the lighting, it doesn't look like that. It's good. Swapnil asks, in comics, which genre do you like to work the most? Well, the comics I do are creator owned, and mostly in the all ages fantasy land kind of thing. I have a creator owned series with Image Comics called Oddly Normal, about a little girl who goes to a magical land. And I'm going to have another series coming out in print soon that is in the same genre. So I guess that's where I am. That's my genre. But mostly I'm a cartoonist. And that's what I do. That's why even when I draw, more quote unquote realistic stuff, it ends up looking cartoony for the most part. Little light in their eyes. There we go. Swapnil, hello, Popcorn Trolls, also from India. Swapnil asks, how many issues are there? I'm guessing you're talking about Oddly Normal. There are currently 4 books out. We originally did issue by issue. We did 10 single issues, and then Image and I agreed that putting out book collections was books going forward was the best way, because that's really how the audience that we were going for reads them these days, the graphic novel sort of format. So 4 books, which is the equivalent of 20 issues, 5 per book. Is that right? Yeah, I think that's right. So, and you can get them, pretty much anywhere. So the comics are sold. You can get them on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, all that good stuff. Actually, I'm just going to let this be a little darker here. Didn't look like it had enough form. Oh, thanks for subscribing, Popcorn Trolls. I appreciate that. Yeah, simple but effective. That's actually exactly what I'm going for with the background. I was this is more in line with the kind of backgrounds I do or did for. I don't know if you've ever heard of How It Should Have Ended, the YouTube series. I was a character and background artist on that show for about 7 years. So this is kind of more in line with that. I might add a little. See, if I had details for the brick at all, I think it's going to take away from the characters. It's going to be too much going on. But I'll be playing with it as I finish up. One thing I think I should do. What was I doing? That's what I was doing. I was going to add a little bit of bounce light there to in front of the characters. Whoops, that's too much. Whoops. You could share some of your work with me on Twitter, but I'd appreciate if you wouldn't tag me in it. I don't like being tagged in things that aren't really about me. But I hope you understand that. But whoops, that's not right. What are they doing? But yeah, making comics is a lot of work, especially if you're doing it all on your own. And for the most part, that's what I do. I had to hire on a colorist to help me with the new project I'm working on because otherwise I would never get the thing done. But I've worked with her before, and she's really great. So we have kind of an understanding. Thanks. I'm glad you understand. Thanks so much. So just at me, but don't tag me. All right. Let's see. We're gonna add some pink to these guys, their nose and ears. Just going to reduce the opacity on this, but you got to see what I'm doing at first. Oops, let's try that again. time is it? Look at that. Almost rolling up to when I should be done. Just a couple more minutes, I think, of work. And then I'll be off to do comic work off the show. Now I still have some adjustment stuff to do, some more lighting effects, because I want to put a little bit of warmth in there in the light and cools into the shadow areas, and maybe throw some like details into the brickwork, like like here, like this. Where are the bricks? They're there. Just like that, just here and there to make them more individualistic, like that, going all the way across, but things like that. Just little details. Swap Neil asks, why did you stop doing March of Dragons? Well, it's a March. That's for the month of March. It's so I don't do it all year long. And this year I didn't have as much time, so I could only do a few of them, a few March of Dragon pieces, but didn't totally stop. I just didn't have the time to do a ton of them. I was too busy with other stuff, but it's a fun project, and I'll probably keep it up for those who want to do it. Next year I'll come up with another prompt list. But we'll see. I just want to do one thing before I sign off here, so I don't forget about it. Throw some glass in there. All right. 2 more panels colored and ready. That's okay. I know if you come across my dragon stuff and see March of Dragons, you're not necessarily going to automatically know that it was for the month of March. So no worries there. I get it. But yeah, it's a March event. I've done it the last 2 years. And I love it because I love drawing dragons. It's one of those, and it's one of those things I kind of stumbled upon where I drew a bunch of dragons one time, and I'm like, oh, that's fun, and kind of easy to do. So, all right, well, take care then. Okay, so tomorrow I will be back at the usual Thursday time of 7 p.m. Central with. And I'll start inking that Daredevil and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles piece that I've been working on. We'll actually throw some ink on paper tomorrow night. So maybe I'll see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central. Till then, please like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And thank you so much for watching. Everybody have a good day.